Prayer is not achieved by repetition. It is not by reiterating, Lord, Lord, that you will enter the kingdom of heaven, but by doing the will of my Father who is in heaven. If, after midnight, you approached the door to one of the city's prominent houses, long after the owner had gone to bed, and began to knock loudly and shout, "Open the door! I want to come in," how do you think you would be received? Most likely, the owner of the house would shout back, "Go away! I don't know who you are or why you are disturbing me at this hour." What if you protested in reply, "But we have eaten at the same tables, and often I have heard you teach in the temple"? To this, the owner might reply, "Hear my words. I tell you, I do not know you. Leave me in peace." Even so, on the day of judgment, many will come with a similar complaint, saying, "Lord, Lord, haven't we prophesied in your name, and in your name cast out devils, and in your name accomplished many wonderful works?" The Lord himself will reply, "Depart, I do not know you, who have lived your entire lives in darkness." I instruct you with these stories because it is given to you to understand the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. Here is another parable that illustrates the kingdom. Once there lived a rich investor who was preparing to depart for a distant country. Before leaving, he called together 3 associates, putting them in charge of managing his investments during his absence. He gave 5 accounts to one, 2 lesser accounts to the other, and to the third he gave 1 insignificant account, responsibilities equal to their levels of experience. So it happened that the associate who had been entrusted with 5 accounts immediately began to buy and sell, and before long he had doubled his holdings so that his accounts were now 10 instead of 5. The second associate did likewise, investing his 2 accounts until he had made 4 from the 2 entrusted to him. But the third associate did nothing. So fearful was he that he locked his account in a strong box and buried it in the ground, terrified that it might be tampered with, lost, or stolen. A good while later, the rich man returned from his trip. Immediately, he summoned his 3 associates, curious to learn how they had managed his money during his absence. The first associate recounted how he had invested the 5 accounts and now had 10. At this, the rich man said, "You have done well and proved faithful. Because you have been trustworthy with the 5 accounts that I gave you, I will put more important ones under your trust. You may begin today to benefit from these responsibilities." Then the rich man called the second associate, who reported, "You put 2 accounts into my care. Now I have 4. Hearing this, the rich man repeated what he had said to the first associate. "Well done. You have been faithful in managing 2 minor accounts. I will put you in charge of many more. Go to your task with happiness." Finally, the third associate was called and immediately confessed, "I have always thought of you as a difficult man. You collect profits from other people's money, and I figured that you would only take back whatever profits I might make from my insignificant account. I buried my account in the ground where it has remained unharmed until your return." To this, the rich man answered, "Foolish associate, you know the manner in which I conduct my affairs. At the very least, you could have entrusted your account with the currency dealers. Only 1 account was assigned to your care, and you have chosen to bury it in the ground. No, even this will be taken from you and given to the others who did wisely. What is left to you except to dwell on your own regrets? In the kingdom of heaven, those who use what they possess, no matter how insignificant it might seem at the time, will continue to receive more and more. Abundance will be theirs, but those who act in fear, unfaithful in the least of life's matters, will eventually lose all